Let's take a look at where the Vikings are picking and where they could pick. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus, and the season's not over. Vikings still in that playoff hunt, whether you like it or not. But with this close to the season being over, we got to start looking where the Vikings could be drafting and where they're drafting right now because it's almost draft season.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if we're still in the playoff hunt or not. It's 2 games left, so you guys start thinking about the draft. You guys start thinking ahead. Always thinking ahead here at the Onebar and Lupagus show. So yes, where do the Vikings pick? Where could they pick? Before we do, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button whenever you do watch a vid. We appreciate everybody who has been a subscriber over the years.
All right, so as of now, your Minnesota Vikings would be what the hell? Lupagus is staying on the screen.
I don't want to leave.
Doesn't matter. We're leaving them there.
Hi.
If the Vikings were picking today, it would be at pick 15. 15. But the big thing about this is look at the difference between pick 5 and pick 15. There's only 2 games difference there. So we could be way higher.
Yeah, I read somewhere if everything falls right, the Vikings could pick as high as, was it 5 or was it 7? Maybe it was 5. Yeah, it's crazy. There's a lot of a lot of things that need to be sorted out here, but this is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, even 15. I know we're 7 and 8. That's still. I would have assumed we were at 18 or 19, but we're not very good. So we are at 15. But with the Lions, with the Packers, there's a chance, a decent chance that we could have a top 10 freaking pick.
There's a chance we could actually pick before the Bears will pick, which is shocking to say at this point of the season, but that's the truth of it. So yeah, I mean, but if you win, then you're going to be bumped down into the 20s. So really, the range right now, this is probably one of the widest ranges I think the Vikings ever had as far as the draft pick goes with 2 games left.
Yeah, and we're gonna get a real good gauge on where we'll be picking after that Packers game. But just, I mean, in the 15 range, is there some players' names? Let's throw a couple names out there that maybe wetting our Vikings draft appetite.
Yeah, and I think the one that comes to mind for me is Jared Verse, the edge rusher, FSU. You got to get someone there. DJ Wanham, who knows with that quad if he's even going to be ready to go next year? Will we re-sign him? Daniel Hunter, same question, free agent. So you got to bring someone in there, a young edge rusher, Jared Verse. I think 15 is a good spot for him, right around there.
Yeah, I mean, Jerzon Newton, Illinois. I mean, he's a guy that really hasn't been on my radar because I just figured he's going to be gone, but he's usually right around that 10 to 15, starts getting sprinkled in 16, 17. Imagine that Illinois big man along this defensive line. That guy is a monster.
Absolute beast. And I think, 15, you're looking at a quarterback there. J.J. McCarthy seems to be the one who's in that later part of the mid-round. So I don't know. I still wouldn't do it at this point, but I think any other quarterback, you better just wait to round 2.
Well, Jaden Daniels could start being in the mix there at 15. Dallas Turner, another edge rusher. That Penn State, Chop Robinson, another guy that there's just such damn good players when you start getting up that high.
Daniels and Turner, I think you got to be higher for that. So if we get into the top 10, those are the guys I'm going to start thinking about there.
Wait, Turner's usually around 15. He's usually around 15. He's a guy that goes early, but I think he's got 9, 10 sacks this year. I'd love to place him ever so gently on our defense.
It'd be so nice. But yeah, I think adding to this front 7 of the defense is going to be huge for the Vikings. If they're out of that quarterback range in 15, I think it puts you right out.
Yeah, I'd love McCarthy in round 2.
Yeah, again, at this point, you don't know. Supposedly the Vikings love him. KOC seems to be a big fan of him. That's been the rumors going around. I don't know if it's true or not, but we'll see. We've seen these guys reach for their boy before, so maybe they'll do it again. It's too early.
We will see. This is the year for redemption. We're going to make up for that Lewis Cine pick. So it doesn't matter if we pick 9 or 32. We're going to get a freaking steal in round 1.
And let's not forget, there was rumors the Vikings were ready to trade up for Bryce Young last year. So no matter where we land, doesn't mean that's where we're going to pick. This regime may want their quarterback and may not have any price that's too high to move up to get him.
Yeah, I think we'd be more surprised if we pick at our actual pick. Kwesi loves to deal. He loves to deal.
He does. Are those deals always good? I don't know. Sometimes they are. Sometimes they're not.
Sometimes they're flat out poopy. But also, I think every team was rumored to trade up for Bryce Young.
Yeah, but this was the Vikings were literally ready to make the move when it was announced Panthers were going to take him.
Lupagus was tapping the phone lines.
That's what came out, man. I mean, it's going with the rumors.
I love it. There's nothing better than draft day rumors. Boom.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know what you guys think. Where will the Vikings end up? I know the range is very wide right now.
Arms wide open.
I mean, really, you're going to be in the playoffs, or you're going to have a top 10 pick. It could go either way, which is kind of a win-win in my book.
Toying with our hearts. Toying with our purple hearts.
All right, guys, you think with the draft. Remember this: the word chair comes from the Latin word cathedra, which means to sit.
Mm-hmm.